Good day, everybody. Methodist Dave here with a little bit of newsworthy information of things that's going on. The Rust decision. Alec Baldwin's case has been thrown out of court by the judge because the prosecutor had some information that they did not reveal that they had to the defense. Now, whether this had any impact on the case or not, that we'll never know because they were supposed to disclose everything and they did not. And by keeping this information secret, they deprived the defense from being able to use this as part of their defense. Since it's gone before a jury, the judge ruled that, hey, you hide this information and you lose, and dismissed it with prejudice. Alec Baldwin now gets to walk free. So, what do I think about that? And what do you think about that? Send me your comments to methodistdave@gmail.com. And I'm going to tell you what I think. Now, particularly, I don't care very much for Alec Baldwin. He's a limousine liberal who everything that he decries, he exemplifies in his own life. He's a person who is rude and abrasive and not nice to other people. We've seen some of the tirades he's going on against family members or people that he's angry, and he just flies off the rage. I don't like him. I think he's an excellent actor. He done a lot of good work in Hollywood, and that's his skill. He pretends to be somebody he's not. That's as any good actor is. That's their skill. They pretend they're somebody they're not. They repeat words that somebody else made up, somebody else wrote. They don't create that much, and I don't really care about his opinions on anything because you're an actor. You just recite lines. That's it. That's your job. Pretending. That's your career. But what I do believe, though, was that Alec Baldwin was innocent of these charges that are being brought against him. The person who was responsible for this was the armor, the person who put the bullets in the gun in the first place. Now, a lot of people said he should have known that the gun was loaded. I don't propose that I handle that many firearms, but I have grown up around firearms. And I think that you could tell that a gun is loaded by its weight or not loaded by its weight. I think that's a line from a movie. I know it's a James Bond line. And whether or not you can actually tell that, I can't say that for certain. But however, one thing's for sure, had Alec Baldwin been a member of the NRA, this would not have happened. And what do I mean by that? Well, the NRA teaches gun safety. That's something that people don't understand, has been always part of their heritage. Gun safety, gun safety, gun safety. And treating a firearm always like it's loaded is lesson number one. And he was handed a pistol, and he didn't know it was loaded. And he's going through a scene with the cinematographer, and the camera is going to be looking at him, pointing the gun at the camera, properly pulling the trigger, or something like that. And the cinematographer just happened to be standing right behind the camera. There should have never been any bullets in that gun. I know for certain I would have never permitted anything like that to happen because I would have never received a gun that's not open. And even if I had, I would have opened it and made sure that it's not loaded. Never take it for granted that a gun is unloaded. Always, always, always look and see. If you've ever seen the military, Arlington, or when the officer comes and inspects the weapons, the soldier always opens the weapon before he hands it to his superior officer for inspection. They do that to make sure that the gun is not loaded, to make sure that it is not ready to fire. And had anybody done that, had Alec Baldwin just taken a look and see, is this thing loaded? They would have known that there were bullets in there. Now, if they put pretend bullets in there, that looked like real bullets so that you could see on the camera that on a close-up that the gun looks like it's loaded, and these are pretend bullets, well then how could he have told? If I was there, I might not have known that myself either. But no matter what, He believed that the gun was empty. No one would have expected the gun to have bullets in it. And the person who was responsible for that has been sentenced to 18 months in jail. Now, is Alec Baldwin fiscally responsible because he's a producer? Well, maybe he is, because as a producer, as an executive on the production, he is financially responsible for the safety, and may be the subject of a lawsuit, which is definitely a different weight of evidentiary proceedings. But should he have gone to jail for this tragic accident? I don't think so. I don't think he was ever responsible. And contrary to his statements, these guns just don't go off now. I always wondered how he could not pull a revolver's trigger and it go off. I heard on the trial that he cocked the gun, and with a double action or even a single action pistol like that, you can with a double action you can squeeze the trigger and it will raise the hammer and then make the hammer fall. With a single action, you have to cock it and then squeeze the trigger to make it go off. And when you cock the pistol, it doesn't take much pressure to hit that trigger to get it to go off. So he might not have inadvertently definitely squeezed the trigger, but his finger hit that trigger. And if it was sensitive, it wouldn't take much pressure to make it fire. He did touch the trigger. He did make the gun shoot. It's a tragedy, but I think their decision, just the way this came out, is probably for the best. Of course, this wouldn't be YouTube without furthering a conspiracy theory, but perhaps somebody withheld this information on purpose and then released it to the defense attorney so that this court case could go bye-bye, and they could say, we tried. We did our best, and we tried. So that's my conspiracy theory. It wouldn't be YouTube without a conspiracy theory or two. But let me know what you think about this. MethodistDave@gmail.com. And if you got anything else you want to talk about, just shoot me a line. Y'all have a great day. Take care.